Hello. I've recently gotten in a debate of why water isn't wet, which is why I will now present you my evidence of why water isn't wet. Let's say you have half a cup of water and you have another half a cup of water. Both cups are the same size, right? You have exactly the same amount of water, right? And you pour 1 cup of water into the other cup of water. It won't make the other water that's already in the cup wet. It'll just mean you have more water. And water itself isn't wet. It makes other things wet. And water isn't dry either. Water isn't wet, neither is it dry. If you get what I mean, of course. I'll get to my evidence now. Evidence and research. So I went online and I did some research of why water isn't wet. So I will put some of my research on the screen and I will read them aloud the best I can. And it will have some good reasoning on why water isn't wet and why water isn't exactly dry either. Anyways, enough rambling from me, and I will now present the evidence, and I will read them aloud now. Originally answered, why do people say water isn't wet? Because by usual understanding, for something to be wet means that something forms a mixture with water. Water alone can't form a mixture with itself. It is only one substance, so it can't be wet. Being a liquid, water is not itself wet, but can make other solid materials wet. Wetness is the ability of a liquid to adhere to the surface of a solid. So when we say that something is wet, we mean the liquid is sticking to the surface of a material. Now this is some evidence I got from Quora.com. What makes water? What makes wet? Does wet make H2O or H2O make wet? H2O liquid is at the root of something being wet, with H2O as opposed to being wet with gasoline. Is gasoline wet? Wet is the result that a liquid does when added with something that was previously dry, devoid of moisture, i.e. unwet. Wet is a state of being. Something other than H2O is wetted by it. The wet is Korean for dry. If science had wet water, it would have to explain dry water. Now, other liquids can be wet with water when it isn't supposed to be there. It will need to be dry before any analytical use, e.g. acetone. Because by usual understanding, for something to be wet means that something forms a mixture with water. Water alone can't form a mixture with itself. It is only one substance, so it can't be wet. Likewise, a length is neither long nor short, but makes an object long or short. A color is not colored, but makes objects colored. A speed is neither fast nor slow, but it determines if objects are fast or slow. In my opinion, water cannot be wet. The definition of wet in adjectival form, according to Merriam-Webster, is consisting of containing, covered with or soaked with liquid such as water. Sure, water contains, water, but water in itself, of itself is water. It's like saying rock contains rock. It really wouldn't make sense. Water can make things wet, but it is not wet. Therefore, water cannot be wet because it cannot be covered with, soaked with, containing, nor consisting of itself. The definition of wet is covered or saturated with water or another liquid. Water cannot be saturated with water. Water makes things wet. It is not itself wet. Only solid things can become wet. If something can be wet, it also has to be able to be dry. Obviously, water cannot be dry. Water is not wet. It is wetness itself. Wetness is a cohesive reaction between water molecules and the molecules of an object, but without that other object for the water to cohere to, the water molecules themselves are technically not wet. Because water makes things wet, it cannot physically be wet. It's like saying, you make people cry, so are you cry. See, it doesn't make any sense. Arguably, you could say that yes, water is wet by using that same argument. Heat makes things hot, so is heat hot. Scent makes things smell, so does scent smell. Both of those things could be answered with yes, but can be contradicted. Here's some to chew on. Your brain makes you think, so does your brain think. Electricity makes light, so is electricity light. A possession can become something like wet. But the thing causing the experience does not possess the experience. Like, ice cream makes you happy, so is ice cream happy? No. But it could go the other way too. Animals dying makes me sad, so are animals dying sad? Yes. Once again, that could also be contradicted. The animals dying may not physically be sad, but the thought of it is. Okay, this has been quite of a controversial topic. I might sound a bit stupid or uninformed when explaining this, because I'm literally trying to put into the simplest philosophical term. So what is water? Well, water is evidently a thing, which is a noun. Now, what is wet in terms of its syntactic function? Is an adjective, therefore water isn't wet itself. Therefore, water must be in touch with a substance or something else for it to be wet. For example, if you put water on your hand, it's wet because of the substance. It's not necessarily due to water itself, but rather so the product of it. We must also understand that water equals noun and wet equals adjective, so it can't really be mistaken. Water as an adjective, it is a definite noun. This is kind of confusing. Is the water in a plastic bottle wet? No, the bottle is wet, not water, because water is a noun and wet describing the state. When the plastic bottle, noun, and water is in touch, sorrowful lack in terms, literally. I will now play a video that will add to my point that water isn't wet. I had to record it with my screen recorder because I couldn't pull it up in my editing software. So yeah. Roll the clip. Hey, roll the clip. Roll the video.
This is the video that's gonna end the water is wet debate once and for all. My answer? Water's not wet! I'll tell you why. To say that something is wet means that the water on the surface of that something can be removed. You get caught outside in the rain. You say, oh, my hair got wet. Now I gotta get it redid. Oh, my shoes got wet. Now I gotta let them sit outside and dry. You don't say that the ocean gets wet. It's just water. Water is water. Fire, right? We know that it burns things, right? But it's not in and of itself burned, right? Water, it wets things, but it's not in and of itself wet, okay? The word wet is only supposed to be used when water gets on something. For example, if I were to splash water on this mirror right here, I'd say it's wet. But if it were somehow possible to splash water droplets onto water, where you could see the water droplets sitting on the water, you'd say, oh, that water is wet. I'll give you an example in a second, because, I'm in a bathroom, got water in the toilet, got water in the sink, shower, sink over there. But the term wet is an adjective that is only conditional, that's used to describe the surface of something that is typically dry. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the simple proof test. This counter is dry. I pour water on it. It becomes wet. Can it be dried? Absolutely. Therefore, it was wet. It is now dry. The water on the inside of the bottle, however, can it be dried? Absolutely the frick not. And in closing, the definition.
And that concludes the video. Have a good day.